Yo, 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 yo. Hello, hello. What is going on? Two
Well,
words. We're back. We are back. It is so good to be back for another NBA Flunkies podcast. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, RJ, your commish for the NBA Flunkies. So good to see you guys. We've got some awesome guests here, and we've got a lot to discuss. Some topics that have come from the Flunkies themselves, and we're just gonna get into it. But first, let me introduce some of my esteemed guests. Most of you know who these people are because they're on all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, 2020 NBA Flunkies champion Aaron Morris of the Big Bird Ballers here. Let's give him a hand.
what's up, guys?
What's going on? What's going on? Up next, we've got Keyshawn Simpson here of the Alpha Land Knicks.
I'm just here so I won't be fined.
What's going on? And I know we'll have some other guests coming in, but as of right now, last and certainly not least, we've got Sterling McKee of the She Fanatics. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hail Sheaf.
I had to get like theme songs for everybody and use those.
You already know what mine is. Return of the Mac. Thank you.
It's gonna be Kevin Samuels, bro. Don't listen to him.
Oh, relax, bro. We not here to talk about the GOAT.
The goat for sure, but yeah, not today, not today, not today. So for those of you who don't know, the NBA season is finally back and upon us. Super exciting that we're back, and that means it's flunky season for us. A few weeks ago, we did our NBA draft, and it went through, I guess, pretty successfully. I'm not sure how we would define success in a draft, except we got through it. It's a lot of surprises that were made, and a lot of steals. Oh, Aaron, go ahead.
Can we define it as a success if somebody drafted for somebody else?
And that goes to say there was a lot of controversy that happened with our draft. It's always some sort of controversy in our league. It's either it's from the players or it's from some external source. It's mainly from inside, but this time it was an outside source. And I'll have to might have to call Tucker and see see if he'll talk about that because nah, that was wild. That was wild, and I think I will kind of get into that once we get to talking about some of the draft. But without being said, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Definitely share this with all your friends and other Flunky members and see how we can all join the Flunky family. And with that being said, first topic of the day. This is an NBA question that I'm posing to you all. So, as we all know, there were a lot of changes made in terms of the officiating of the game. The idea of what is deemed a foul when someone is in the act of shooting, what's being considered an offensive foul or a defensive foul. And we've seen a lot of those things, really affect guys like, ideally, basically James Harden, for example, guys like Trey Young who are still skilled enough to get their shots off and whatnot, are still able to kind of affect the game. And that's not to say James Harden doesn't, but you can obviously tell that, he and Steve Nash, I believe Steve Nash said Harden was like the poster boy of these foul changes just because of how well he was manipulating the game. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that. Uh, what do you guys think of the foul changes, and do you think this is something that's good for basketball? Anybody can jump in on this one.
Well,
That must mean everybody's in agreement.
Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron. Honestly, man, I don't think it's bad.
I knew Keyshawn had some strong feelings earlier in the week, so I wanted to see if he was going to say something. But, I mean, me personally, I love the rule changes because I feel like it goes more back to, like, the spirit of, like, basketball, right? Where it's like a foul is not, a strategy to draw points. A foul is, implemented because you were stopped illegally from trying to actually score, So I feel like basketball players should try and score the basket. They should try and put the ball in the basket. They shouldn't just try and flail around anytime there's contact. They should try and, get the ball from point A to point B with purpose. So, yeah.
Hey, I got no problem with Aaron said. That sounds about right to me.
Yeah, it kind of gives parity back to the defenders. Like, the game was going in a direction where it favored the offense so heavily. So it's like, now it's kind of like the leveling out, the balancing out. Like, okay, we're going to, even it out now. So I think it's good for both. Honestly, it's basically you just get to see who actually hoop. Or who's just tricking folks.
Agreed. And I think Agent Zero. Why am I forgetting his name?
Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas. Yes, thank you. He made a comment like months ago that defensively there hasn't exactly been an evolution in the game, much like how the offense has been. I mean, obviously we've seen players, like James Harden, like Trae Young, really bend and stretch what is acceptable as a basketball move, at the highest level. And, I think what you all said, giving that kind of balance back on the defensive end, I think really will only help the game. Like guys like there's only so much you can do with Kevin Durant or a guy like, Steph Curry, who really can move without the ball, or guys like, LeBron or Ja, who can really get to the paint at will whenever they want. So I think it's great. I think it's great, and I'm glad we're all in agreement. We'll see what happens, because I think Trae Young got fined like $10,000 for touching or pushing a ref or something like that. I'm gonna have to pull that up one day and to really see that, because I missed that.
He bumped into a ref. Yeah.
He bumped into a ref. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, up next, this is a big one. These next two topics I think are pretty big. I got Ben Simmons here, man. I wanted to talk about Ben. His little saga and feud. And for those of you who don't know, I'm from outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a small city called Coatesville. So I am a Philly guy through and through.
Amen.
Philadelphia
You
team,
be tricking yourselves.
Sixers,
Shut up, Sterling.
all that. Eagles, Philadelphia Soul, all
Couldn't
that.
be me.
All that.
Disgusting.
And then
y'all are so terrible to the city. Y'all are so terrible to the city of brotherly love. Bro.
Hey, listen, man. The Bulls is 5-1. That's all I care about, man.
Bro, we don't care about them. They're overrated.
This is how I feel as a Sixers fan before the season started.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
just the whole situation going on with Ben Simmons, which I will say, to his credit, there wasn't much news that came out with free agency this year that was like really shocking or surprising. So he's been carrying much of the NBA news up to started. Yeah, so I give him a little bit of credit there. I just wanted to kind of go through some of my feelings and thoughts about the situation. We all saw what happened with Ben Simmons, where he was under the rim with Trae Young sitting there, and he decides to pass the ball because he doesn't want to get fouled, of which if he would have gotten fouled, it probably would have been an and one. He only would have shot one free throw as opposed to two. And that really threw a lot of fans off. And not only just that, his lack of being aggressive when he's clearly one of if not the one or two best players out on the court at any given time, and his just lack of growth and ability to attack especially in a city that demands so much from their players. even though in my opinion, I think we give a lot of that love back. We just want players that work hard, and it kind of sucks to see that a player that you've had and have really tried to cultivate for 5 years. I think it's been 5 or 6 years.
5 years.
Not show the kind of progression that you would think an all-star, all-defensive player kind of guy would, especially on the offensive side. He does things great on the defensive side, but to me, the object of the game is to put the ball in the basket. That is the baseline goal. Because yeah, you can let someone score 100 points, but if you score 101, you're gonna win the game. And it just sucks to see that a guy like Ben, who many fans have defended, like myself, and to see this, and not only that, because now it's kind of evolved outside of basketball, where a lot of the players wanted to go see Ben and to at least have a conversation with him, and he didn't even want to do that. That's crazy to me. That is really crazy. Like I didn't understand that, why you wouldn't want to what's the word, seek the guys that you're out there with for during that season. It was 72 games, but normally 82 throughout the entire season for 8 or 9 months. The guys you see every day, and you don't want anything to do with them. And I understand that there were comments made that Embiid made, that Doc Rivers made. I just think that there is a lack of accountability. And we can talk about the front office as well. And they gave Ben the contract, even though Ben signed the contract. That is always my big thing, is like, yeah, the front office, we can get on the front office for the stuff that they either suck at. Like, Elton Brand was as bad a player as he is a GM, in my opinion. But the front office has done a lot for him, in my opinion, just trying to be able to help facilitate the help that they need, that Ben needs. It just sucks to kind of see how all of that, but it's also interesting to see this from Ben Simmons' side. And I do want to make that known. I do see this from his side as well, where he feels as though that the team was built better around, more towards catering to Joel Embiid and how he plays. I think he felt some type of way when Brett Brown took, in Jimmy Butler's interview, he had JJ Redick. He said, Jimmy Butler said Brett Brown had taken the ball out of Ben's hands and put it in Jimmy Butler's hands to kind of run the offense and facilitate and whatnot. And he had some feelings about that. The constant injuries. So there are definitely there's a wide history with this little saga for a player like this. But all in all, as a Philly fan, it sucks, because now the team is kind of gonna suffer because of that. We may lose out on the prime of Embiid, which may force him to want to either leave Philly, or not want to or just to leave Philly. I guess that would be it. Or he stays, and these next few years don't look as bright as we would like, and Daryl Morey and whatnot. So there's a lot of information to cover that I know I'm not going to cover in this one spiel or sit through. I was hoping Sam Brown was going to be here, because that's the guy who I really wanted to hear from, because I know I personally had some serious disagreements on a few of his points, and I actually may try and message him and see. But go ahead, yeah, Aaron, go for it.
I don't really care about Ben Simmons. My only comment is on Elton Brand. You said he was a bad player. Elton Brand averaged 16 and 9 for his career, and as a rookie averaged 20 and 10, and was probably the second or third best center in the West, considering that they had both Tim Duncan and Shaq out there. So I think we should put a little bit more respect on Elton Brand.
And let me rephrase my sentence. He was trash when he got here. That's
fair.
He was terrible.
He was like what?
But that was
36,
14 years into his career?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Still, Still bad when he got here. Still bad when he got here. And I don't understand how you're trash in this one spot, in this one area. No matter where it is, where you're at in your career, you weren't very good. And then you get elevated. It's kind of like failing upwards a little bit. And then the whole, like, even the situation with, like, this I think this came out a few weeks ago. Somebody interviewed Allen Iverson, and he voiced some, I don't know if it's displeasure or if it was a request that, he feels as though that he could be a great asset, being a part of the Philadelphia Sixers organization, either being on the staff, being, someone in some capacity. And to me, it definitely doesn't make that actually gets me a little bit more upset than saying, Elton Brand is a terrible GM or whatnot. It's just like, okay, we hire a former player, we put him in the GM position. I'm not saying we put AI there, but put him in some capacity where he could be useful. I mean, he knows and understands Philly. He has a great knowledge of the game. I mean, like, I think he was like top 4 or 5 in playoff points per game. Like and also was the biggest reason why Kobe and Shaq didn't go 16-0 that year in the playoffs, where I think he had like 48 or something like that, and gave a really iconic performance and iconic moments and whatnot. It just doesn't make sense why a guy who has put so much into the organization and or the city, even like during the 2010s, they were making a lot of money off AI and his brand, his likeness. I say they made a lot of money off of his likeness, bobbleheads, jerseys, him coming down and hitting the bell. He does so much, and he is Philly. He's just as much Philly as Dr. J, and there's a Buddy Ryan, Rocky. He's just
don't say Pats and Genos.
Especially being a kid who grew up watching AI and then watching him go off to some other places and whatnot. Was it Denver, Memphis? Then I think he came back to Philly.
He was in Detroit for a bit.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he sure was. So I'm just saying all that to say that I just felt like, he definitely could have a huge role. But to get back to Ben Simmons, he made a comment like he feels as though he could have given a lot of wisdom and advice to Ben during these kind of times and situations. And, those guys relate. Ben relates to those kind of guys. I would think, even though, yeah, again, I'm not gonna say that, because that would be wild. That would be wild, disrespectful to Ben. I'm not gonna say that. I just think that there are a lot of problems in this situation that a lot of people are at fault for. Go ahead, Aaron. Or
per my sources, whenever like an all-time great player like that isn't involved with like their main organization, it's usually because the organization doesn't believe that player would show up on a regular basis and like fulfill whatever like duties they like would need that player to do. And that was a quote in reference to the whole AI thing and stuff. Yeah.
So they believe that Iverson wouldn't be
like, he wouldn't be present like at the facilities and stuff like on like a regular basis or whatever, or something like that. Yeah.
Man, listen, bro, all you gotta do is put him in like a player advisor role, kind of like what Dallas did with Dirk.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like
something like that. He doesn't have to have a major role, but just he doesn't have to.
Yeah, right. He could be like Steve Nash and just be on the player development side. To be honest,
I believe that's but like the thing with those jobs, right, is like you have to be at every practice. Not to be funny, but we know how AI feels about practice, right? And like you have to be like you have to like show up on a regular basis, and that's like fair. AI is gonna want to like be AI and like do the stuff that he wants to do, kind of, right? Or at least that's the thought process.
I'm sure he would do it, bro.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I mean, we are talking about a retired Hall of Famer. Like, at this point in time, I believe that he would show up. I mean, he loves the city of Philadelphia, and he does seem energetic to try and get back.
Yeah, and I think he's matured a lot since making those comments as well. I would hope anyway. I don't know if that's exactly true for sure, but I would like to imagine. I think I've seen a more mature AI, but I think as a player, it's almost nothing. He was one of those guys who just there was nothing that he would tell you to do that he wouldn't do himself. And I think that is something that Philly is kind of missing right now, kind of that heart and that grit and grind and whatnot. As a team identity, not with just a individual player. That's why I'm saying I think he could be more useful to not only Ben but the entire team and organization in general. And who knows? It might be some bad blood within the org towards AI. He wasn't exactly a corporate guy, I would say, not even slightly. When he was
against the Green
in Philly.
Hey, bro, you saying they still mad about Larry Brown? That's tough, bro.
I don't know. I really don't I don't know who's all still really there. Colangelo's gone. He is gone. Brett Collins isn't even around anymore. I feel like the org has made a lot of changes over the past 10 or 15 years. So that's why it's really difficult for me to say okay, maybe the lack of continuity might have affected Ben Simmons's problem. But to me, it just seems like it's more of a individual problem. I mean, they've gotten sports psychologists, shooting coaches. If we're talking about working towards and facilitating personal help for him, I think they've done a lot for him. Heck, they even gave him a contract, huge contract, of which some people agreed and disagreed with. So there's a lot in that situation. I really wish I could cover, but yeah. Any other thoughts towards that before I move on? It's just a sad situation in general. Just a sad situation. But if not, that is actually perfect because the next topic, the NBA 75, there's been a lot of talk about that. And I think Aaron and I were speaking to each other a few days ago, and I knew once we just started talking about it, I was like, okay, we got to get this on the pod. And so as you all know, we're in the 75th year of the NBA. It's crazy that it's been around for almost a whole 100 years. And the NBA 75, top NBA players from the 75 list that came out fully last week or 2 weeks ago. And there was a lot of controversy, of which I am going to pull it up here in a sec. But there was a lot of controversy in terms of who did and who didn't make the list. And there were a lot of general disagreements about it. I find it to be very interesting. Oh, okay, he's moving. That's great. Congratulations to him. And there were a lot of things I personally just was really shocked and surprised by. And I'm actually gonna pull this up right now because I think this is worth really chatting about. And Aaron had actually told me some things that I didn't know about how it is that they came to that conclusion of who would be on the list. And so let me grab this really quick. So you guys see that?
Yeah,
we can see it.
You can see it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I see.
NBA 75 team list, man. All right, so Aaron, okay, so let me start by saying there are some obvious names that are not on this list. There are definitely some obvious names, and I definitely want to get some of y'all opinions of who y'all think was left out on this list. And who are some of the surprises y'all think are on this list?
So
I'll go first. Big name for me that I'm surprised isn't on there. Tony Parker. Tony Parker's not on there.
Okay, Tony Parker. Wow. You think he should have been on the list?
I think he should have been. Listen, because you got to think about that man was the first foreign-born Finals MVP, like a European-born. I think Tony Parker had an underrated career, bro. Like 4-time NBA champion, like multiple-time All-Star. I think Tony Parker could have deserved a spot on here. I think he could have.
Who you taking off?
Let me see. Honestly, I take off Steve Nash before Tony Parker.
No. We're not doing this. We are not doing this.
No, let's have this conversation.
Not at all. I
rebuke
that. I rebuke that in the oh my God. Oh my God. Sterling.
Okay, I like this. All right,
I would take off Steve Nash and put Tony Parker.
Sterling.
I'm gonna have to pull up
Sterling.
I'm gonna have to pull up there.
No.
That's my hot take for today.
Hot take? That joint was lukewarm.
Bro, freezing cold.
You think
Tony Parker got carried by Tim Duncan? We not gonna do this right now.
Hey, that's kind of tough. Now that we're doing this, now I've got
Bro, Tony Parker averaged 15 and a half and 5 assists, bro.
Say it one more time,
Aaron. This.
let me just.
We not doing this. He only had one season ever where he's averaged over 20 points. We not doing this. His high assist total was 7.7. I'll give him that. But shit, man, we not doing this. He not Steve Nash. He got carried, backpack. Tim Duncan, a top 10 greatest player of all time, and he was backpacking Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. We not gonna do this at all. No.
I'm gonna pull.
You pulling up the stats, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull them up.
Steve Nash's best teammate was Amari Stoudemire. We are not doing this at all whatsoever.
There you go. Listen, I'm a Amari stan, but that's my guy.
I love Amari. Well, come on, bro.
I'll drag to another screen to share. Can you guys see this here?
Yeah, I can see it.
The comparison.
Yeah.
Okay, so NBA championships. Obviously, Steve Nash has none. Obviously has none. They both played 18 seasons. Wow. Steve Nash made the playoff 12 to Tony 7, of which I agree with Aaron. We've got to take into context the teams that Tony Parker was on. I mean, top 10 all time, Tim Duncan. He should be in everybody's top 10, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Season MVPs. Now, this is, some of the individual accolades. Steve Nash won 2 MVPs over Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, like when they were.
And those were well deserved.
Wade.
Trust me, I ain't taking none of these. Yeah, those were well deserved.
Oh, of course.
Like, he turned a team from 20 wins to 60 wins in the season in 1 year. So, like.
Now, I will say in Sterling's favor, with Tim Duncan being top 10, I do think that it is pretty significant that Tony Parker did win 1 Finals MVP just in general.
First, I'm gonna be quite honest, bro.
Born Finals MVP. Yeah, I did not know that.
I'll be quiet.
He was.
Yeah, Tony Parker was Finals MVP 2007.
Was Hakeem Olajuwon not foreign born?
But I think he's like the first. I think Tony Parker was the first European born. Like the first.
First European.
I think he was the first European born player to win Finals MVP.
European born. Okay. But Steve Nash has more all NBA teams in total than Team Parker. Steve Nash has more assist leaders, of which, if we're talking about the eras that they played in, your point guard, I think obviously it's got to be, Steve Nash, but regular season, Steve Nash on his best day, 14, 3, and 8. Tony Parker, 15, 2, and 5. That skews pretty heavily in Nash's favor, in my opinion. But because all these are good field goals.
Nah, scroll back up. Yeah, scroll to that 3-point. Look at that 3-point percentage.
I mean, Tony Parker was never a shooter. But let's keep this. Let's keep this. But he never was a shooter, bro.
I ain't trying to hear it.
They usually have. Oh, they don't. They must not have it here.
They don't have the advanced like.
They used to have. They used to show. All right, these players at their absolute best. What were their numbers? And that's what I.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
They used to. Best season. Best season. No game minimum. Best season. Steve.
They have it on there.
Yeah. Yep. Right here. Best season, no game minimum. Steve Nash, 18, 4, and 11, averaging 1 whole steal. Tony Parker, 22, 3, and 7. Pretty much the same in points. Pretty much the same in rebounds. Steve Nash is a better facilitator. And technically, by the numbers, it seems like Steve Nash is the better defender.
Also, which is damning because Steve Nash is an awful defender. But we were all live for both these players, bro. Like, did we not just watch how like Phoenix literally revolutionized basketball?
7 seconds.
7 seconds. Has anybody ever won a championship with that offense? Nope.
What do you think the Warriors ran?
That wasn't 7 seconds.
Oh my, okay, bro. All right.
Bro, that was definitely
not in the way that Mike D'Antoni. That wasn't 7 seconds, bro.
That was 7 seconds.
Like they had two big men with.
It's an iteration of it, though.
Bro, they used to run two bigs with David.
Closest thing to it, but that's not 7 seconds.
Like, bro, they used to
heavy ball movement.
That's Spurs basketball.
Running the ball out of the guard, which is what they're supposed to do, but getting the big active. Yeah.
Like, that's more Spurs basketball than anything, bro.
But you also got to think the added element that differentiates, for the most part, is the 3-point line. Like the Warriors kind of took that and elevated it. But I would say it's probably the closest thing to it. Probably.
Yeah.
Give or take. Just given the context of how Phoenix played. I mean, yeah, you ain't finna.
Wait, Ron, pull the list up again. The top 75.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Let me see.
That was a crazy sidetrack. Sterling,
that was good because I asked.
Because I'm trying to think, bro. It's like I'm looking at here.
I mean, if you want to say Bob
Cousy, be Steve Nash
sure,
honestly, Steve Nash.
Yo, do you not like Bob Cousy?
I hate Bob Cousy.
Bob Cousy got 8 rings, bro.
That's dope.
Bro.
Do you want me to explain why I hate Bob Cousy?
No, go ahead and explain, bro. You already on your soapbox. Go ahead, bro.
So Bob Cousy is not a good basketball player. RJ, if you want to go look up Bob Cousy's stats, but basically there's a stat. It was like Bob Cousy was 6-13 in the playoffs before Bill Russell came, and then after Bill Russell came, he got carried by Bill Russell for the rest of that generation. He averaged he shot 28% from the field. He wasn't a very good distributor for a point guard, and he just wasn't a very good basketball player in general. Yeah.
You said white privilege got him there, bro. That's tough, man.
Bro, I'm saying there's only 6 teams in the NBA, and so yeah. When he played,
I do think, Aaron, talk about the point where how they had, I think how you
the 50 at 50
how they got to that, because that might better inform why Bob Cousy. I mean, even though I just want to say a side note, Bob Cousy's numbers low-key look better than Tony Parker. I'm just saying.
Oh, for sure. Everybody's numbers look better than Tony Parker. But what I'm about to say. No, yeah. So the 50 at 50 that they did back 25 years ago, they didn't do the top 50 players. They did the top 10 point guards, the top 10 shooting guards, top 10 small forwards, power forwards, and centers. And so that it's not like a true top 50 at 50, but with this set top 75, they took everyone from that 50 and just put them on the top 75.
That's honestly what they did, bro.
Mm.
And so you really only left 25 spots for people to be added on.
Like they weren't taking off Jordan, Kareem, likes of those guys. They weren't going to take
Jordan,
them off.
Kareem, Kobe, Shaq, yeah, all those guys.
Like they weren't going to take them.
I mean, they could have took off Dave the Busher and Bob Cousy.
I mean, have you listened? I mean,
Dave Bing.
Oh, yeah, you don't hate on David Bing.
Dolph Shays. All of them can go.
Okay, Dolph Shays, yeah, probably could have gone. Oh, they put Dennis Rodman on here?
I mean, Rodman do have how many?
Yo, I didn't peep that, bro. I did not know they put Dennis Rodman on there, bro.
Look, we all know who the biggest snub is.
Dwight Howard. Amen.
Dwight Howard.
No reason. There's no way. There's no way. No, absolutely no way. Absolutely no way that Damian Lillard makes the top 75, and no disrespect to him, over Dwight Howard.
And Tony Parker definitely over him. Anyway.
You mean to tell
me
there's 25 players that deserve to be on it and not Dwight Howard?
Oh, also, my second biggest issue with this top 75 list is who they had picking it. Giannis Antetokounmpo was on the committee for the NBA 75th anniversary team.
He was.
So he got to help pick what players got put on this list.
Now,
Giannis. No, Keyshawn, let me finish. Giannis did not know what the NBA was in like 2008 or 2006. So how is Giannis going to vote on whether or not George Gervin or Hal Greer should be in the top 75 when I know for a fact he ain't never seen them play before?
And I did want to mention that would be actually a very fire NBA sketch. That's a video where they get Giannis to say all 75 players' names. That would be hilarious, because if he can't say them, then he probably shouldn't have been able to pick them. Imagine him trying to say Bob Cousy, Elvin Hayes. Oh no!
But go ahead, Keyshawn.
Go ahead, Keyshawn.
Listen, I just don't like my MVP being slandered. That was all I was going to say, bro.
Look,
I was just in my chest.
I'm not saying that Giannis shouldn't be on the list. I'm just saying he should not be on the committee to pick players.
I agree.
So if you're taking anybody off this list and putting Dwight Howard, who you taking off? Besides Damian Lillard, because I think we obviously be taking Damian.
Oh! I just saw this. Yo, I just peeped this on this image.
You talking about the Kyrie thing?
Yeah. There's
the thing I sent y'all? Yeah.
So literally, Dwight Howard couldn't even get in on a tie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But Sterling, to answer your question, I would take off Bill Walton.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Honestly, I probably do the same.
Yeah, I would take off.
Even though Bill Walton was a Finals MVP and all that, man, but it's like,
yeah, he had a solid
$6
career,
million a year. He just couldn't stay healthy near the tail end. Like, he had like 2, 3, 4. He had like 4 good seasons, and then he was just injury ridden the rest of the way. So it's like,
yeah.
I mean,
I would take off
Bill Walton. A lot of players get to have.
True, but none of those players are on the NBA's top 75 list.
I don't even know who Bill Sharman is, bro.
Yeah, I don't. Who is Paul Reason?
I've heard
Paul Reason was
Arizona,
a 6'3" center that averaged 8 and 13, I believe.
Hold on.
6'3"?
I just don't know who Bill Sharman. I don't know who Bill Sharman is.
Nope. Gotta go to the highlights.
You know, they were saying Adrian Dantley got left off here too. He should have probably been on there.
No.
Who?
And what about
Adrian
Bernard King?
Dantley.
I think Bernard King probably could have been on here too.
Is it?
Christmas
Is he
game.
not on there?
What's his
Bernard
name?
King not on there.
Oh, okay.
So this is Paul Ayers. He said he was a 6'3" center.
Yeah.
Let me see this, bro.
How short were these white men out there, bro?
No.
Yo, look at that form, bro.
Got off the yo. He's
Off the
tweaked.
lean.
Hey, bro, I was capping about his points though. That he was hooping though.
Bro, look at that jump shot, bro.
Bro, he averaged about 23. He averaged 23 points for his career.
Aaron, you average 50. Look at this defense. Aaron, you average 50. Look at this defense.
That's about as much. And he's shooting on the way down. Oh, that's
He is shooting the way down.
bro, any of us would be averaging like 80 in this era.
Bro,
But
all
look
his
at bro.
shots are Emmanuel quickly floaters. That's the crazy part, bro. Look at it. He's shooting floaters.
Oof.
Wait.
Bro, they really trying to say these folks was buckets, yo?
Oh.
You see that jab step?
No. He had him lost on the jab. Oh my god.
This man's, hey, bro, I take it back. He deserved to be out here, bro. If you can cook somebody with a jab step, bro.
No.
Hey, yo, run that jab step back one more time, bro. But one more time.
Nah, yo, he's tweaking. Nah, yo.
Bro, you tell me these folks could play in the modern NBA? Hell. Well, no, they probably could, man. All you gotta do is catch and shoot.
Okay, now they're going back to the other highlights. Yeah, okay. All right. And you said he averaged 23 for his career?
Yeah, he averaged 23 and 8 for his career.
23 and 8. Okay. You know, given the context of like some of these players, I still have no idea who.
Yeah, I don't know who Bill
like,
Sherman is, bro.
Who's Dave Cohen's?
Oh, that was a bucket, man. Dave Cohen was a bucket, yo.
Was?
Yeah, Dave Cohen was a bucket, bro.
I kind of don't believe it.
Yeah, he was like that, bro. Hal Greer was like that. David Bing was like that. Oh, is Nate Archibald on here?
Your MVP.
Tiny should be on here.
Yeah, Nate Archibald's on there.
Tiny's on here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's right there. Yeah,
so,
right there.
Yeah, right
there. Yeah, there he is. Oh, they got Melo.
Oh, also, Wes Unseld don't need to be on here.
Think so?
Go look at his stats. Go look at his stats.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Because I've seen them before, but
did he just pass away?
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, he did. I think one of them passed.
Unfortunately,
I know Hal Greer did.
He passed away last year. Yeah.
Hal Greer did at the start of the year, I think, too.
But hey, may God rest his soul. But...
Dang, 10, 14, 3 assists.
10 points. 10 points.
And he could get in over Dwight.
I'm just looking at Damian.
Oh, let me look, because I don't think he has any titles, does he?
Who? Wes? No.
Nah. Only thing he got really is I think he has an MVP as a rookie.
Yeah,
that's his calling card.
Champion. It says here, he actually has a pretty
with the Bullets, right? With the Bullets, right?
NBA champion, 1978. So I'm assuming that's the Bullets.
Yeah, that's the last time the Bullets won.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 1978 Finals MVP. So that same year, he was. MVP.
Nah, I ain't having it. He averaged 8 and 11 that year. I am not having it.
5 times All-Star. He was only 1 time All NBA, Rookie of the Year.
So
because you gotta look at this list, bro. It's like, who are you really going to take off outside? This guy's obviously Kawhi. Kawhi gonna be on here. That makes sense. Paul Pierce, yeah.
Look, man, there's a whole bunch of folk I can take off, bro. Bill Walton can go.
You taking Pistol Pete off?
I'll keep Pistol Pete on there just because he was special. But Bill Walton can go. Bob Pettit can go. Willis Reed can go. Willis Reed can go.
Really?
Just because you played for the New York Knicks does not mean you deserve to be on the top 75 list.
I mean, he did.
Bring home Willis Reed
title, right?
Right, you said what?
He did bring home their only title, right?
No, they won like 2. They won 2. And I don't.
Well, 18 and 12.
Phil Jackson was on those rosters, bro. He was on the OG roster.
He averaged 18 and 12 from what I'm seeing. Wait,
is Walt Frazier on here? Yes, he is. Okay. No.
Did he bring him a title?
Yeah, he did.
What year?
That was 70.
He bought
2, 71 or 2, one of those years, because they beat the Lakers. And that's when Willis Reed. There was Willis Reed coming out the tunnel.
Look, man, he was averaging 13 and 8 that year. I ain't trying to hear it. He was past his prime.
Aaron sound very much like Durant right now, man. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
No, I'm just saying we can't say you brought a title somewhere if you're past your prime, bro. Just because you was a solid player in your day, but you was ring chasing. He was ring chasing.
So who you taking off this list, bro?
Bro, I just told you I'm taking Willis Reed off the list.
All right, so who else we taking off, man?
I also said we taking off Bill Walton. I also said we taking off Bob Pettit. And we taking off Wes Unseld. I just named four.
You taking off Lenny Wilkins? You taking off Lenny Wilkins?
Willis
keep Lenny on there.
Because I could see if what's his name? Who we just had up here? Wes Unseld, and it was another guy.
Arizona.
Yeah. Okay. No, Arizona can stay. It was another guy. Willis Reed, I think.
Yeah, Willis Reed.
No, not Willis Reed.
No,
it was another guy. I'm blanking at the moment. They didn't have very good numbers, so it's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff that I can overlook. But Willis Reed, 18 and 12 for his career.
I'm sure we having this conversation. Take off John Havlicek. Havlicek claimed to fame as Havlicek stole the ball.
Who? Oh, John
Havlicek.
Hondo, bro. Hondo Havlicek.
I just feel like Willis Reed is only on there because that nigga walked out with a broken leg.
It was ball.
Not because of his actual play.
You said it's basically old heads being old heads. I heard you, bro.
Yeah.
See, I mean, 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 2-time.
Those are good numbers. You all know who else has those numbers?
Kyle Kuzma.
Who?
Kyle Kuzma.
Anyways, Grant Hill.
Grant Hill.
Go look at Grant Hill's numbers.
Yeah,
right
Grant
now.
Hill's a dog, bro. Grant Hill's a dog.
Hill,
he never
pre-injury Grant Hill, bro. If you just take pre-injury Grant Hill's career, it looks better than Willis Reed's career.
It does. That's factual.
Grant Hill was a top 3 player every year he wasn't injured. Yeah.
And then he went to Orlando, and then he almost died from that ankle stuff. And then
Hold on. I'm gonna find this.
they said T-Mac should have been on here. I'm like, I'm okay with T-Mac not being on here.
No, he shouldn't.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with T-Mac not being on here. I really am.
I mean, he better than some of the people on here, but
I mean, he is, but like, bro never won a playoff series.
That, to me, it's like, if you ain't never won a playoff series,
he never won a playoff series. He never got the first round, bro. Like when he was the main guy leading his team, he never won a playoff series.
And I'm not saying Grant Hill shouldn't be on here. I think Willis Reed should be on here.
At Grant Hill, we just didn't get enough. Like his prime wasn't long enough. So, but some of these guys on here, their primes weren't that long either.
Who's Dolph Shades?
Grant Hill has like 5 or 6 All-NBA. Grant Hill is averaging 20. Grant Hill's averaging 22 and 8 pre-injury, bro. I'm not trying to hear it, bro.
All right, so guess who you think they're adding on to the top 400 25 years from now?
Grant Hill won't be there, I tell you that.
25 years from now, they're not adding Grant. Listen, man, we already know.
Grant Hill ain't gonna be there.
We know Zachary Levine gonna be on that list. Just so.
No.
Nope.
But he won't. He won't even be close.
25 years from now.
Honest.
Don't worry. He gotta be a Finals MVP. Don't worry, bro.
A Finals what?
MVP. Yes, sir. Bulls in 5. Amen.
Also, can we have a discussion about how Finals MVP really isn't that important, considering that it's literally just playing well over a 7-game span, and Andre Iguodala has the Finals MVP?
I knew Aaron was going to mention that name.
You said Andre Iguodala top 75, bro.
Now look. Iggy won Finals MVP. He did that. But
so
hold on. I do understand what Aaron's getting at, because the Finals MVP, it's a, let's say, quote unquote, important award. but does it hold as much value as an 82 game season MVP? I don't believe so at all.
Bigger sample size.
Yeah, because I mean, well, in the regular season, playing 82 games, if you make it to 82 games, it shows a level of dominance and it shows a level of leadership to be able to take your team far. Normally, most MVPs are in probably the top three seeds of their conference.
Top 3 or 4. Top 4.
Generally. Yeah, generally.
Except that off year Russ won. I think they were like, were they? They weren't even the first round. They were like 5th.
Well, Russ won that MVP because he was playing generational. We hadn't seen a season like that since Oscar Robinson came out.
Yeah.
So basically, we haven't seen a season like that. He wasn't alive.
It was important enough to honor that kind of history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the NBA really likes to preserve history. Steve Kerr is one of them guys too.
I mean,
hence the reason why you have a top 75 list.
But I mean, ideally with that Finals MVP situation, because obviously this year we saw my guy Giannis Antetokounmpo win it for a good
Chris
reason.
Middleton.
No.
I bet.
No. Because I'll say this.
What'd you say?
And I'll say this.
Hey,
Phoenix,
boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
And well, as I was saying, I believe that had we had the different outcome, Chris Paul getting his first ring and stuff, and etc., the Phoenix Suns winning that title, we all know 100% that the Finals MVP should have went to DeAndre Ayton. 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Had the Suns won?
Had the Suns won, DeAndre Ayton was the Finals MVP. He completely stayed consistent over multiple series throughout the entire playoffs. He took on Gobert and Jokic, and was still able to put down.
Money he's begging for now.
It's gonna be beautiful when you're on a different roster, man. Getting his worth, man.
Right, they need to pay that, man. I don't know what Phoenix is doing.
Bro, he gonna end up in New York, bro.
I doubt the Knicks could land him for that. I don't know, but
it's not.
Bro, Golden State gonna snag that man up, bro. So below, you already know how Curry gonna be like, yo, bro, come here, man.
Give him a real big man. Good
lord.
Lord.
Get Steph and DeAndre and see what happens, bro.
It's already looking spooky for them since they're 5-1. They're just beating teams.
Then they still got Clay coming back.
Yeah. The team's not even fully healthy yet, so that's kind of exciting. But we are gonna move on, man. I think at this point we've got some Flunkies topics now. This is the real important stuff, of which I'm hoping we might get a trade before this pod ends. So that should be very exciting.
I'm sorry.
I said commissioner or something. We don't.
Yeah, bro. Insider trading, bro.
Insider trading, bro. Insider trading. We might. I said we might. I'm not saying we are, but we might. Usually, we got some good enough luck where, usually we'll get some trades to go down. But anyways, bro, we gotta talk, man. We gotta be real, man. It's week 2, and it ain't been many trades happening. I think it's been 2 trades that have gone through since the season has started, compared to last year when we had like 4 or 5 at this point. What's going on in y'all opinions? Like, what do y'all think? Do you think the flunky managers are being more conservative? They're just trying to preserve their teams, or are they just trying to get a scope and feel out of how the league is kind of shaking out at the moment? Because I think personally, in my opinion, I just don't think people are trading, period.
I'll leave with this. I think, well, first off, for those who don't know, we've upped our buy-in to $50 up front. So everyone's pitched $50. Last year was $20. Ideally, losing $20 is one thing. Losing $50 is a different thing. If it was to go up a little higher, people probably be even more conservative. So I think with the prize money that's on the line, ideally people are taking this more seriously. But I also believe that the change in the scoring system has allowed a lot of players to completely skyrocket out of the bracket they were at. Like, to be honest, there's some guys who were 40, 45 fantasy points per game who are now sitting at maybe 60. Like, that's a large jump, ideally, for guys who really don't give you too much, like, at that point in time. Then you got, certain guys who are better utility belt players, kind of just like, jack of all trades, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, etc. Complete players, they get rewarded a lot more. So we're seeing higher production coming out of, like, second, maybe third round picks.
And because of that, you think that's the reason why people are either hesitant or just unwilling to trade? Do you think people did a good enough job with their teams in the draft where they're like, yeah, I think
No, man, there's several folks that need to trade, bro. But I think the thing is, with all the controversy that happened last season with trading, folks are just like, yo, retire it. So I think there's just more like caution. I know folks are definitely avoiding me in trade talks. They're like, yo, what do you want? You think I'm going to fleece them or something like that? I'm like, not going to fleece you.
And let me cut your mic.
I am not going to let Sterling do this propaganda right now.
Because let's really talk about it.
You will not take control of no narrative. I'll keep talking over you.
No, man, because y'all really try to build on
that. And to the next subject, bro, because we all know it's all cap, bro. It's all cap, bro. Ain't nothing truthful coming out of Sterling's mouth when it comes to that. Yo, this is coming from the dude who sat there and said, "Yeah, I don't send trades. I accept them." Would you want to trade with someone who says they don't send trades? He's basically trying to put you out there on an island, and if you mess up, it's your mistake. Absolutely not.
It is your mistake. Listen, man, I said it all last year, bro. I don't fleece anybody. You fleece yourself, bro. All I'm doing is hitting the accept button. But anyway, that's last year. We're on to this season.
Are you dumb?
I think personally, right? I think the Flunkies have gotten a little bit smarter. We don't need to, do 3,000 trades in 2 weeks. Like, it's early in the season.
Tim drafted Kyrie Irving and John Wall.
Okay, Tim was dumb. Yes, but here's the thing, right? If everyone else is smarter and realizes they don't need to trade right now, they especially don't need to trade with Tim, right? What can Tim do besides just sit there? He's gonna have to just sit on those players, right? But I guess my bigger thing is, right, I think overall the Flunkies have gotten smarter, right? Last year, Javon drafted horribly, did horrible trades, right? Javon this year has drafted better, has a better team. I think people have gotten, the bottom half of the league has gotten better and wiser about just, giving away players. And, that's a result. This is the result of that.
You think it's also the fact that we're in the keep? It's basically the first year everybody's running it back, so it's like you kind of know what to expect trading wise from certain folks. Like Durant's going to play the numbers game. Some folks might go based off names. So I think maybe that's playing a factor too. Like, this is the first year we're running it all back with the same group, so it's like,
I think it's partially, but like for the most part, the league, in terms of the heartbeat of the league, it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Aaron, Tim, Chris, Seasway, you two, Sam Hood, Jake, like Mike, Malik, like it hasn't really changed as drastically as we think. I just think, to both of your points, people are just getting smarter. People are taking their time. I just think people are just waiting and scoping things out.
Yeah, I've been in trade talks, right, and they fizzled out. Like, I don't think it's from a lack of trying. I think people are trying to trade, but people are being a little bit more cautious. That's all.
Which practicing caution is good. I mean, however, it depends on. It also depends on like who you trust on your team, because let's be honest, not everybody has a team that they could say is either fully healthy, fully capable of maintaining like a certain level of success. Like we all have had a player on our team who is just like, hey, you had a couple good games. I got to get rid of you now because I know it's not going to be like this in the next few games. So, I mean, but it's just good. Like y'all said, it's definitely good. Good strategy by everybody to just kind of proceed with caution because, you know, right now I still believe that the scoring system, as high as it is right now, like we got guys who like I didn't even see coming. Like Mo Bamba's averaging like 70 fantasy points, bro. Like, I mean, granted, Orlando has literally nobody, but
and that is a great segue. That is a great segue into our next topic, the point system. This one was specifically requested by Aaron, aka the Big Bird Ballers, that he wanted to really discuss, and I gladly obliged because I am curious to know what your opinions are on the point scoring system, on the point system, how we have it set up currently. And granted, I will say for those of you who don't know, compared to last year, there have been a few changes. Number one, our rosters were shortened by about two.
There was two roster spots. I think it was two.
IR spot. So about 3 spots altogether that you could fill a player. The assists were bumped up to 2 points. Steals and blocks were both bumped up to 5 points per steal, per block. And I think that's it. I think those were all the big point change bumps. And apparently many of them were significant enough to and then there was also a point bump for triple doubles
and
quadruple doubles and whatnot. And so yeah, let's start there. What are your opinions? Aaron, let me go ahead and let you speak since you requested this topic first.
Hey, bro, this point system busted.
And this point system is terrible.
No, I actually love the point system.
If two people are averaging like 23, 7, and 5 with like, you know, no steals, no blocks or whatever, their total should be like roughly similar, right? There shouldn't be no 20-point discrepancy between people, bro.
Have you seen a discrepancy like that?
Yeah. And if
What
I
are you
had
talking
known
about?
we were gonna talk about this, I would have like wrote it down and like be able to circle, but I can't find it right now. But if I can find it, I'll put it in the chat or whatever. But like it's getting kind of spooky, bro.
I mean, listen, bro, Ricky Rubio out there looking like
Ricky Rubio is generational right now. That's neither here nor there. That's just because Cleveland's terrible. But that ain't got nothing to do with the point system. Cleveland's just terrible, and he's busting out buckets.
Listen, man, we've seen, and it looked like he's starting to pick it up. But we've seen Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, just to name those 3 off the top of my head. They've put up 20-point games with very little like rebounds or maybe assists. And these guys have definitely been under 100 fantasy points. Sometimes they're under 90. And these are typical cornerstones for most people's teams. Like definitely like solid picks. And we get to see guys like the rookie Evan Mobley out here looking like the second coming to AD.
like Aaron said earlier, he's playing better than AD.
Hey, and actually, what I am gonna do right now is actually pull up the where the point averages are for players, because it is very spooky. Hold on, let me see. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So some of these are a little bit unsurprising, right? Nikola Jokic, Giannis, KD, 126, 120. Steph Curry, 119, 116 for Paul George because he's hooping right now, to his credit. Okay, these aren't surprising, but the more you go down the list, to y'all points, is the crazier that it gets. Rudy Gobert is averaging 108 fantasy points. That's how I'm like, yeah, there probably is this is probably a pretty big deal, because what is he? Let me see if they can show me what he's averaging right now. Season 17, 18. 17 and 18.
Oh yeah, he's snapping.
Nah, that's deservable, bro. That's deservable for what he's doing.
He's tweaking right now, but I guess we'll have to see if he's gonna keep that up. I mean, now come on, DeJounte Murray's averaging 105 fantasy points.
Yes, sir.
Nobody, bro. You gotta think about it like this, bro. Nobody's in San Antonio, bro.
And
like some
the
of these
best part
guys
about DeJounte Murray, it's true to form, bro. Man gets rebounds, bro. Like man goes.
Maybe like a 6'7" guard. I hope you be able to crash the boards.
Yeah, look, that's why he was my second pick. I remember telling Ron, I said that's who I want in the second round, and I got.
Wait, so who else we got on this list right now?
Yeah. So this is just the normal list here. Like, come on, Jason. DeJounte Murray's averaging more than
Al Horford, bro.
Think about it like this. Rudy Gobert, Jonas Valanciunas, Ja Morant, DeJounte Murray, Sabonis are all averaging more than Luka Doncic, and Al Horford is
Harrison Barnes, bro. Harrison Barnes.
Okay, no. So we gotta parse out between when it's a point system issue and when people are just playing really hot at the beginning of the season. Harrison Barnes is just really hot at the beginning of the season.
Hot.
Al Horford is a product of this point system. He's averaging 13 and 10 right now. 13 and 10.
And he still don't put Horford still be like missing games too for like his age and stuff like that.
Hold on, let me see here. Yeah. I mean, Miles Bridges has been going bonkers this.
Yeah, he has, man. There's no slander he can put his way.
Yeah, he trying to get that 100 mils, bro.
And Russell Westbrook still found a way to be up here after he turns the ball over almost 30 times within 6 games.
Yeah, I know. Yep, about 14, 20.
Yeah, that's horrific, bro.
4 turnovers in the first these past 4 games.
And he's still flirting with a triple-double again.
Okay. At some point in the future, we need to address the fact that people should be penalized for being shot chuckers.
Oh, so you want to add that?
You want to add that for next season?
Boy, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot.
I think that's why we said.
If you have a bad shooting night, if you go 8 for 32 and get 30 points, that's not a good night. You feel me?
That's why I wish Sis was on the call, bro. Because Sis is in the league just like that, where they're doing that. Like you getting penalized for missed shots.
Yeah, though I believe that drastically would change who would get drafted in the order of who gets drafted in the first round. Personally,
would it really? You think?
I mean, look, there's some guys who go in the first round. We all know, bro. If they don't make their shots, like he my man's, but shout out Jason Tatum. The way he started this season, bro. Yo, you think that man was going to be anywhere close to near 100 fantasy points? That man probably would have been sitting at like 50. Because I remember that one game, it was against the Knicks, right? And you was watching it, and he was just bricking everything.
Double OT, he got to 100 fantasy points, like literally, like just 105 or something like that.
And then the other night, I mean, this is a team thing, but I saw the Celtics were shooting 1 for 21 from deep, a whole 5% in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is like interesting, but I do believe though that, and I think we're starting to see it now. Players are just going to start coming down. Like we're seeing a lot of the players starting to like across the board for the most part. It's starting to come down a little bit. I think, as players continue to get comfortable in the league in the start of the season, I just like that number. It's going to parse out a bit. It's going to parse out a bit, and the players who are supposed to be up there, your Lukas, and everybody else is already up here. Russell Westbrook. Once they start really get going, I think this will really start to even out, because I think it did last year towards the end of the year. So but that will have to be a conversation, Aaron, because I'm not a purporter of it. I'm not a supporter of it, but I am definitely willing to hear that conversation, because I agree. I agree in some aspect. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be, because it's not so much that people are being rewarded. It's just you're not being penalized for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the big thing, is you're not penalized for missed shots, and that's actually a feature that has been with ESPN. I don't know if it's there anymore, but it was there when we started, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to see it, because you guys know I'm a shot chucking loving kind of guy, so I want to see high numbers. I want to see high total team points, like all together. Like, I want to see some close games, but I want to see some high numbers, like we're getting this week. I might go ahead and go over to the scoreboard just to check that.
Man, don't show that damn scoreboard.
Hey, man, the scoreboard, boy, I tell you.
They're so hurt about that scoreboard, bro.
Hold on, let me, because we got some surprises here. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I'm giving Daquan a belt. Okay. Yeah, Seasway should have that wrapped up just about, right?
Yeah.
Let me dig into the box score here. I'd imagine, yeah.
Man stole Caruso from me, but I'm not gonna talk about that right now.
You can get him back
easily.
Yeah. Oh shoot, Malik and Jake are closer. That's 7 points. Okay, in y'all opinions, not knowing what's happening with what, some of these are a little bit more already decided. Do you think Sam Brown's gonna come back this week?
He could. Wait, no. Who does he have left to play? Like, who's playing for him?
I don't know. Just
there's not many games tonight. I don't think so.
There's like 3 maybe.
Yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 more games tonight.
I think the Jazz play again tonight or something like that. I know.
Probably. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look here. It's 5 games.
Yeah, keep showing a close one too. Shoot, keep showing a close one.
4 games left. It's 4 games left because the Mavericks and Kings just wrapped.
Yeah.
And Luka, what did Luka do tonight? Oh, 118. Jesus. So yeah. And there's 2 games that are underway. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the Nets play at 6. Well, they start at 7:30.
Rockets and Lakers coming up later. So I would say, yeah, I think Seasway's got that locked up. Chris is beating the life out of Tim. Ooh, yeah, that Malik and Jake game is close. Why is that so close? I don't think that would be so close. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Malik didn't play Rudy Gay. Is Gay back?
I have no clue.
Gonna go all the way to the wire. For sure. For sure, going all the way to the wire. I think I'm a edge out Jake, though. I'm gonna give Jake that nod, in my opinion. Damn. Keyshawn and Tucker are in a close 1, 6 point. It's even closer.
Good God.
Cordell's got folks playing tonight too. That's one.
Yeah, Sterling and Cordell are in close one. Sorry, Aaron.
Aaron had the second most points in the league. Don't matter.
Yeah, to be fair, if you were playing anybody
anyone else,
you had one.
Yeah,
Aaron's getting ready to put on his Judas colors.
Hey man, just wait on it. Just wait on it.
And let me ask you this: you keep dropping this "Welcome to the Dark."
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you care to explain like what that is?
Yeah, man, don't worry, man. Me and Sheev sent him over a welcome package.
Whoa. We don't fuck with Sheev.
I don't know
Sheev's
why.
not part of the dark.
He is part of the dark. He is the darkness.
Look, man, you should know. You should know, RJ.
It's about dark-skinned women, ain't it?
No.
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
No. Look, man, me and John Morant, we welcome everyone to the dark.
What's y'all some hibachi folks, man? All right, bro.
People count us out time in and time out, and every time we prove them wrong.
So,
welcome
Aaron,
to the dark.
Are you calling yourself a dark horse team?
Welcome to the dark.
Welcome to
we work in the night. Welcome
That's
to
a
the
little pause. That's a little pause to me.
That sounds like a demon time team, and that's
no. Don't try and twist this around. Welcome to the dark.
Welcome to the dark.
Welcome to the dark.
Let's be on the dark side of the moon, bro. I heard you, bro.
Look, man.
Oh, it sounds like it's gonna start getting dark.
Y'all worry about y'all team, because when I play y'all team, I'm gonna beat y'all butts.
Okay.
Y'all worry about y'all team.
All right, Aaron.
Y'all see how many points I'm putting up. Y'all worry about y'all team. I'm gonna get healthy. Y'all worry about y'all team.
I'm not trying to hear it. Something like that.
I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Well, we'll have to see. But I did want to mention this. I am currently working on building our 2K simulation universe as we speak. I worked on it a little bit yesterday, and we'll continue to work on it. So I'm hoping to have that up and rolling next week, so that I can start.
Hey, look, bro, I'll say this: if Tim team get healthy, he'll win the 2K league. He might do that. All depends on that. He'll win that. Don't know if he win the Flunkies, but if you lose with Kyrie and all them on your team, bro, you got problems.
And we already know my 2K team can be terrible.
Listen, bro, at least you ain't gotta have Jeremiah Robinson Earl on your team, bro.
Anyone want to call Anthony? Does anyone want to call Anthony? Please.
Yeah, I'll take it for the low, bro. We should look for a return for
I'll give you Davis Bertans for you.
I don't know what Bertans even doing right now.
He's sitting that bench, bro. That Coos, Capital City, taking his tip,
bro.
That's
one of my biggest regrets, bro. Not taking my man's, bro. Capital City Coos going up.
See his fits, bro. I wouldn't have took him either, bro.
Bro, I told y'all this was finna happen.
You said Coos finna be an all-star this year, bro.
I didn't say all that.
I don't know.
I'm asking a question.
Crazy.
That was a question. That was a question. Hell no.
Let's not go crazy here.
It's the East. No.
Nah. I would be shocked if he did, though.
I can name every wing that's better than him right now. KD.
Yes, sir. And all two of them are in Chicago.
Tatum and Brown.
Yes, sir. Levine and DeMar. Yes, sir.
Bro, DeMar is not getting into an all-star game, bro.
I mean, he is better than Kuz.
He is better than Kuz. There's a lot of people better than Kuz.
Are the Wizards fool's gold?
No, the Chicago Bulls are.
Oh.
The Bulls are?
The Bulls are. If you take a look at the Bulls' schedule, bro, you tell me who have they played?
I wasn't gonna say it.
Bro, Sixers had a better schedule than us, and y'all still what 3-2?
Who have you played?
Y'all played OKC.
y'all played Detroit twice in a week.
We didn't ask for that. Listen, bro, we just play who's in front of us.
And Detroit without Cade Cunningham. So not even the best version of Detroit.
Listen, we play who's in front of us.
Hey, you're right. You're saying exactly everything you should say. Y'all played who's in front of y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about that. All I'm saying is y'all are solid. Y'all not undefeated solid. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, ain't nobody undefeated. We just beat the last undefeated team in the league.
Y'all not top. Y'all not top of the East solid.
No worry, we're gonna be there soon, bro. Keep
No. See, that's what Sterling has misconstrued.
It's looking like it's gonna be Bulls versus Knicks in the conference finals. Sorry, Hood. I thought the alliance was gonna work, but Hawks is looking kind of.
I'd love to see where Sterling believes that the Chicago Bulls are going.
Nigga, man, what the fuck are you talking about, my nigga? Like,
Get him out of
you
here.
always cut like
Get him.
what the fuck?
Hey, no way, boy.
So Sterling honestly believes, because I'm tired of Sterling being unrealistic.
I'm gonna stand on. Listen, I'm gonna stand on what I said, bro.
No. And you can die on that hill. It's a miserable. Listen, in the end, bro, let's be honest with ourselves, Sterling. Let's just sit there and tell the truth. You honestly believe that in a 7-game series that the Chicago Bulls will outlast the Milwaukee Bucks? If this series were to happen, how many games does it take?
If the Bucks win in 6.
You smoke it wet, bro. 5 or less.
No, it's not the same Bulls team of the past, bro.
Bro, you just lost Patrick Williams.
Okay, we'll be all right. He can come back to the playoffs.
That literally means nothing. In Sterling's defense, that literally means nothing.
Yeah, like, thank you, Aaron.
Look, all right.
So
whatever.
I am interested to see how the Bulls play the Miami Heat, because I want to see how the Bulls play when they play against an actual defense.
Yeah, honestly, Aaron's same, bro. Because honestly, same. Like Knicks was like a sample size, but I want them to see what they do against like Miami, Milwaukee, like.
Bro, this playoff DeMar. Come on. Not much success there.
Yeah, that man is listen.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Bro, he went against LeBron, bro. Let's keep this straight, bro. It was
that's
LeBron
literally
too.
not fair. Yeah.
It was LeBron too. It was LeBron too, bro.
That's like saying somebody couldn't get through Jordan. That's not fair.
Or somebody couldn't get through Steph, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let's keep this straight, man.
I'm just saying.
That's you're not being.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Sixers couldn't get past Al Horford, bro.
Wall beat that Raptors team
You said who?
a few years ago.
He's
John
talking about Wall and Beal.
I think they did actually. No.
Here's the one thing, because John Wall.
No,
I remember that last time John Wall was in the playoffs. John Wall, in like the last 2 minutes, turned into a glory hound, started taking every single shot when he didn't need to.
You talking when they lost to Boston?
I think that it was either that, but I remember them playing the Raptors in a series, and they goofed that game away because John Wall couldn't keep the ball in his hands.
No, the Raptors won. Okay.
I was gonna say
Okay. Oh, that was the year. Oh, okay. Yeah, LeBron.
Yeah, bro. Like from 2014 to 2018, they just kept making the Eastern Conference Finals. No, I lied. That's not
they
true
made the semis a couple times. They made
the
the conference final like
from 2014 to 2016. They made Eastern Conference Finals. In 2017 and 2018, they lost in the semifinals to LeBron. Like that,
you can't make that up, bro. It's LeBron. It's LeBron till for a reason, bro. I remember I watched LeBron on like 5 straight possessions hit fadeaway jump shot, bro. Like,
I'm okay. Okay. All right. I still think the Heat are going to throttle the Bulls.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's neither here nor there. Yes. I was just saying the whole playoff DeMar. That's not the reason why the Bulls won't be good in the playoffs. The reason why the Bulls won't be good in the playoffs is Lonzo and Caruso are the only people that can play defense on that team.
Don't DeMar play some defense?
No.
DeMar is not a good defender. He's been
at his peak. He was not. At his peak, he was not. He may have been an average defender.
Who you talking about?
DeMar has never been a guy who you could.
No,
you
he's
would never put
been
DeMar on one of your best scorers.
Like our best defender now is Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, like it's Lonzo and Caruso.
It was Lonzo Ball and Patrick Williams. Those were our best defenders.
Yeah, because
like Aaron, I'm being like yes, and now that I know Aaron, I know.
Well, those were all the conversation points that I had for the day. Is there anything else that you guys want to mention? I'm
Judas.
back to power rankings as well this week, so
Yeah, I don't think we ain't get one last week. So
it'd be very interesting to see how that rolls out.
The amount of free agency guys who've been picked up and dropped, primarily by one Valley Boy team, bruh.
Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna. Yeah,
shout out Killian Hayes.
somebody's a Valley Boy when he stamps them as that. I just know. All right, I'll give it 30 days. Really, I give it 2 weeks to be honest. Cause yeah, somebody called Seasway the Judas brother.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, he's Judas.
He'd be so quick to trade on his bro. I watched that first year. I watched Seasway claim Russell Westbrook as a Valley Boy, then trade him 2 or 3 times that season. I shit you not, bro. He got him the first time, claimed him, then traded him, got him back and said he's not going nowhere, then proceeded to trade him.
Yeah, you said Scissors, you sorry, Jerry, without the championship.
Really, he's like any NBA star who claims that they're not going anywhere. Really, Seasway's
Kyrie in Boston.
Paul George in OKC. Who else has said that? I feel like James Harden said something like that, but
yeah, people said, bro.
Y'all started.
Wait, y'all started? Yes. Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, we almost done, Bucko.
He been powdering his nose, bro. He been powdering his nose. You know he be with. Damn, I can't say that on here. My fault.
Yeah, he just be out here. But I am gonna stop it there unless y'all have anything else that y'all want to cover. Because I don't have much. It's not.
So who y'all think y'all got y'all way too early?
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Way too early MVP rankings.
Because they got Rudy Gobert. They had Rudy Gobert number 1. Had Rudy Gobert number 1.
Huh? Nah,
yeah,
that's.
And I think today this updated one is Jimmy Butler right now. It's Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, and Steph Curry. I think last time I checked.
No, wait, hold on.
But that was before the games today, so that could change.
I could see a world where Jimmy Butler gets a MVP,
and I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'd be cool with it.
Think it'll happen this year?
It could be.
I mean, if it would happen, it would happen this year, right?
Yeah, his best chance.
If Miami maintains this pace where they're literally blowing everyone out, and Jimmy Butler's the best player on that team.
Yeah, Jimmy G gonna get MVP.
Still by
and
far.
Tyler Hero been balling for them too. For real, Tyler Hero been coming.
Fantasy trick, y'all.
Let's slow down there.
Fantasy trick, y'all. He's who I have in mind. He's who I think about when I say we need to work on the shot chuckers in this league. But that's neither here nor there.
Like John Moran. Amen.
Don't talk about my boy like that. don't do that.
Hey, look, he's getting 30 shots these days. So hey, you didn't hear it from me. You heard it from Sterling. I'm glad Josh doing what he's doing. He's making me look good.
He's been looking like the best player on the court. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
he definitely was cooking stuff.
About him trying to force a pass. And you know how to force the ball.
But did y'all have any thoughts about like possible?
Steph Curry for sure. 5-1. God, looking pretty decent right now.
There's like 5 teams 5-1 right now, so you already know I'm gonna be biased and say my guy Lucky.
Yeah, if the Warriors continue, if they really start blowing folks out and Steph is at the helm of all that, then I'm gonna put Steph up there somewhere. I do like Jimmy Butler's chances, though. I really do. I've always liked Jimmy Butler. I respect a guy who just carries that same pride with him. really wherever he goes, even if it does or doesn't work out, you know what you're gonna get with a guy like him. And I think, I wish our league timeline would, kind of reward players like him and Dame, but that's just not always the case. So, but I'd love to see that. So Jimmy, I would say Steph number 1, Jimmy number 2. I can't ignore the Bulls, so Levine.
Yes, sir. Get that.
Wait, I'd put wait. Uh,
Hey, look at Aaron's face, bro.
I'd put
Zachary Levine.
What are the Grizzlies' record? What's the Grizzlies' record?
Grizzlies are what are they, Aaron? Did they win last night?
We just had 2 losses, so
no, not Ja Morant.
Well, hey, we're 3-3 right now. Okay,
we 5-1. Okay. Y'all have had tougher competition. I knew y'all definitely had a little more strenuous skill.
I'd also
say we just went on a 4-game Western California road trip, bro.
The Western Gauntlet.
Yeah, bro.
I gotta always put Yoke up there, and I guess I'll put Giannis up there at number 5.
Where y'all think Cat reigns? Because I think Cat been doing pretty
Cat's
solid.
been playing great, but I think
Anthony Edwards is outshining
Anthony
him.
Edwards has taken over as the leader of that team.
So what do you think that leads for Cat? Did Cat ever sign his extension? I think he's eligible for, or he had one a few years ago.
I have no idea.
That's a good question. I would love to see Cat in a new.
I think he's due for another one soon. If not this year, maybe within the next 2 years. I think he's due for it.
I would love to see Cat in a new area though, new place. He's one of those guys that is kind of like unnecessarily. What the hell?
Man, bro, that's Timberwolves, man. That's the shadow realm.
Like he's just kind of like unnecessarily loyal to a team that just hasn't had much success and traded a lot of his not friends, but a lot of the core that was supposed to be really good, even though it didn't work out at all. I would love to see Cat out east in a different West team, just somewhere not Memphis, and let Anthony really take over, because that's what I want. I mean, we could be looking at a superstar player.
So I want that man in Atlanta, bro. I could put that man with Trae Young, bro.
That'd be dangerous. It'd be no defense played, but
no defense at all, just buckets.
Well, who cares? Defense, defense. Who needs that? But okay, so here's my list: Steph, Jimmy Butler. Who did I have at number 3? I'm gonna put Yoke, Giannis, and I'm always throwing Embiid somewhere in there. No KD, unfortunately.
Didn't Embiid get hurt, or was he playing with like a lingering injury or something like that? I read something like that the other day.
Always
playing.
Like he wasn't able to walk or something like that, but he was trying to show face because there's no Ben Simmons.
Like him and AD, it's just they're always playing with something wrong. So
glass bones and paper skin.
But I think in terms of impact for their teams, Embiid, Giannis, and Yoke, I think should always be up there. Honorable mention is Luka, of course, and we'll see how LeBron comes back, because I think he'll immediately start to go up the rankings, because this league has been thirsty and killing themselves head over heels to try and give LeBron another MVP, and it's sickening. But
oh my goodness, why they hate on LeBron, man?
It's not hate. It's not hate. But they tried. They attempted. They made several attempts to try and give LeBron the MVP last year before he had his injuries.
I mean, sure, bro. They should have gave it to him with Harden.
In my opinion, during that time, Embiid, Yoke, Giannis, and KD were all playing, as well as LeBron during that time. So I just thought that it was kind of unfair to the other guys for him to have all of that flack. KD was good, bro. Like KD was godly during that time when he came back.
KD probably would have got it if he didn't have to sit out those games with COVID protocols and then.
I remember that. And Embiid was just as good throughout most of the season anyway. And then Yoke was just on another level, of course. And then after all that happened, Steph really started to kick things in gear. So that's my 5, though. Who are y'all 5?
Right. Steph, Jimmy. I'm biased. I'm saying Levine. The Bulls are on another level right now.
Put Levine up there?
Yes, I'm putting Levine up there in the MVP conversation.
Okay. This is my thing, right? So the Jazz have just as good a record, I believe, as the Bulls.
No, Jazz played one less game than us. They played one less game.
4-1.
Yeah.
Did they play tonight? They must play tonight.
They play tonight. They playing right now. They're playing right now.
So about the same record, and here he comes, late as hell. Hold the phone.
Is that Chapman?
It's Judas, ladies and gentlemen. Judas has entered the chat, bruh.
I wonder if he can hear us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give a warm welcome to the Valley Boy himself, Chapman, who was a whole hour and a half late.
I did not.
Judas Chapman.
Wait a stop everything, bro. Because my welcome should be just like those. If Daquan or Tucker or Devin or Sam Hood were to be introduced here, it'd be a warming applause. Oh, we haven't seen you guys in so long. See, Aaron, this is what we get for being consistent, bro. Bullshit. The niggas who show up, bro, get shown no love, bro. The niggas that be weary.
You tried to plug Aaron into this who had nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron minded his business, bro.
And even if he did, he's never been an hour and a half late.
Aaron normally the first one here, bro. I'll be honest, bro. He normally the first one.
I didn't know there was a time limit. Look, a Howland nigga can show. Oops, I don't want to get blocked off YouTube, but a Howland nigga can show up here 2 hours late, say some corny stuff, and RJ be spamming but bullshit. Y'all should be happy I'm here, and I don't know what we talked about, but I just want to let y'all know, too old, starting the season correctly. Amen.
Ceaseway, give us your way too early MVP predictions.
Oh, okay. Way too early MVP predictions.
You're going to say Jokic number one.
I'm really not. I Nuggets. I haven't watched a single Nuggets game this year. They've been flat out boring.
You just figuring that out?
No, not too much on me. You want me to talk about their Philly team, bro? They don't deserve to be on national TV, bro.
They definitely don't. Amen.
All right. Anyways, my top 5 MVP picks.
Yep, way too early.
Yeah, way too early.
We got John number 1. He's clear fire MVP right now, bro. He's been carrying. Number 2, Steph. Great season so far. What I'm saying? He's been putting up crazy numbers. And I think, do they have the best record in the West? I mean, in the West right now?
They're tied with it. That's
what do you
either
say?
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have it right now.
Okay. Number 3, I have Giannis. Still consistent. Still one of the top players in the league. Coming off a great year.
Championship.
Oh yeah, championship. He hooping. He hooping for real. And what's that, 4 or is that 3? That's 3. I said Ja, Steph, and Giannis. Oh yeah, and then I guess to round it out, I got. No one else really been standing out like that, honestly. I mean, I got to throw a Miami player on there, maybe Jimmy Butler, and maybe Jimmy Butler deserves to be on that list. And I guess finally maybe a toss-up between Yoke or Julius Randle.
I'm sorry.
Yo, disrespectful to my man, Zach LaVine.
I gotta re-review my list. The Knicks are 5-1. Julius Randle deserves to be in the
Julius Randle's on that list. Yes, sir.
Yo, disrespectful.
He deserves to be in it this year. The Knicks are going up. The Knicks are going up to the top. They're gonna have
Bro, solid talk New York.
Special delivery. I want that. Special delivery.
Yo, Julius Randle.
Get started. Get started.
Yeah, Ron, you got to put Bing Bong there, bro. On soundboard.
Oh yeah, for sure. AKD, don't you wish you was here with the Knicks?
Don't you regret not going to the
It said fuck Tom Brady, bro. Yo, had nothing to do. I could pull that up.
Bet you I'll cut you in Dykeman. Bet you won't come down to Dykeman.
He wouldn't come down.
But yeah.
Man, I love New York.
But yeah, Ja Morant, bro. Him and I think right now it's the battle of the guards this year, bro. Him and Ja is like hooping. They been hooping. I don't know what done got into Ja or who done pissed him off or like what he been practicing on. But RJ got the steal of the draft with Ja Morant this year, and I'm mad because I knew I should have taken him in that third round if I had a chance.
He wasn't going to be there because RJ took him in the second round.
He wasn't going past 3, bro.
Bro,
he wasn't going past 3.
Literally, I wasn't going to take him if I could have gotten Steph. I didn't get.
I'm curious. So you're trying to blame this all on Sam Brown? Okay.
Yes. Why wouldn't I? What?
I'm just curious to know why niggas is sitting here really saying that Ja Morant, they could have got Ja Morant in the third round. Ideally, Ja Morant is a bona fide second round pick. He's not going in the third round. He's going.
Do you remember what season he had last year?
Well, not completely.
He had a bad season last year
because he was on my team.
Oh, well,
he got traded for Tyler Hero.
It was a little
bro. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, he was averaging around the same as Tyler Hero, and you know how we talked about Tyler Hero. So
yeah, I love that man.
Has Ja been in the league 3 years already?
Yeah, it's year 3.
Year 3.
Wow, this time is flying. Wow.
It's all been in COVID, so that's why.
That's fair.
3 seasons in 1. That's tough, bro.
See if I can pull this video up because this video I find to be hilarious. Side Talk New York. Hey, you guys are gonna have to let me know if you can hear this though.
Bro, Side Talk New York, bro. I've been following them for a minute, bro. They hilarious, bro.
Yeah, they are. Oh, hold on.
What topics I done missed?
I gotta
everything.
Literally everything. But
that's unfortunate.
Oh Jesus, I didn't check the.
Do you have it going, or should I start my list?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because like I said, I can just filibuster for you while you try and figure that out.
Please keep.
I want to hear Aaron MVP with this. I feel like it's gonna be some. I feel like it's gonna be some stuff, bro.
It's not. I don't think so. I mean, so Jokic, and then Jimmy Butler, then Giannis, and then KD, and then Ja. Yeah, I'm throwing Ja on there, but I don't really think Ja will win it.
Jimmy Butler.
You don't think
KD and Ja?
So I'm basing all that off like win shares per 48 because whoever has the best win shares per 48 usually ends up getting the MVP. And right now, Jokic is at like 0.406. A good win share per 48 is 0.2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. Yeah. Is that on the NBA website?
It should be on like Basketball Reference and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably Basketball Reference stuff. You know, they always go in depth with the analytics.
Yeah, they're very good. I like them.
Analytics killed the game.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good too. That's a good list. I like that list. I mean, you're basing it off of something.
Yeah.
Eye test.
I mean, and like, granted, like I crossed out some names, right? Because like I don't think Rudy Gobert is going to win MVP, even though he's second in win shares per 48 for like obvious reasons, right?
Bro, the media would never let that happen. Bro.
No one.
They wouldn't.
I don't think Montrezl Harrell will win the MVP, even though he's fourth in win shares because it's a Montrezl Harrell, right? And like I was trying to say earlier, like with this or whatever, right? You need like a large enough sample size, right? Like with what we're 6 games in, that's not a big enough sample size to like actually like show
like a good 25, 30 probably.
Yeah, but like we know that Jokic is going to play at this level if healthy, right? And he's playing. He had like a 0.35 or 36 win shares per 48 last year, and now if he maintains that 0.4, like I think he should win it again.
Back to backs.
Awesome.
I mean, he has to. His other guy isn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should definitely take that a little bit more into consideration. Like if you're hooping and your next man isn't there, that's pretty notable. And Yoke can do it to his credit because he did second half of the season last year.
Jokic.
Back end, yeah.
Oh, look, Jokic is. I don't. People don't like Jokic winning the MVP. He doesn't have like the. He's like if Kawhi would win MVP, bro. He just doesn't have that oomph about him. As much as Kawhi tries,
he doesn't really have the stardom.
Because it's like you gotta respect the game, bro. It's like one of those. You just gotta respect the game, bro.
I mean, he doesn't do much outside of the game. Like it might say like pause or something like that here and there, but
or pull with black forces,
yeah, like I mean, but outside of that, he's not one of those guys, and there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion.
Like he's not on social media, like
not really, like, and I mean, we'll see. I think Luka's got to get one eventually.
This season.
Does he?
Okay, here's my take on Luka, bro.
I think so.
Luka is probably one of the most overrated MVP candidates / people predicting such a great career of all time. Bro, people were saying Dallas is going to be in the championship. This is how high they hold Luka up to a standard, and he hasn't even got out the first round. He's dropping a big shit on Hood's team. That nigga took Hood's team and put it down the toilet.
I mean, that's Jason Kidd's fault. But we can talk about that at a different point. So I asked that question, RJ, because it's like he's gonna have to beat out Jokic and Giannis. Like he has to be the best international player first. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like,
yeah,
that's pretty hard.
I might have a trade. What is this?
And that timeline that he's gonna be on, right, is gonna mirror somewhat of Jokic and Giannis, right? Like their careers are all gonna be.
I was gonna say that
linked together. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Keyshawn, how long did it take Giannis to be an all-star?
Giannis was an all-star, I believe, in his.
Was it 2015? First time?
No. I think Giannis was an all-star in his fourth season. Ideally, he had
drafted.
I forget. He was.
He came out in 2013.
Yeah, 13 drafts.
I better ask you this: when did he win his first MVP?
18. No, 19. 18 or 19.
I think it was 19.
Ain't it 20? No.
No, he won in 19, then he won in 20. He went back to back.
Went back to back. Okay, and he was drafted in 2013.
Yeah, because Giannis has been. Yeah. This is Giannis's 8th year.
I'd give Luka about that. I mean, 6 years from when he was drafted.
Oh no! Oh, Giannis made his first All-Star team in 2017.
Oh, in 2017. Okay, so Luka's in year 4, right?
Yeah, I was about to say 4th year.
Yeah, 4th year.
So in about a couple years, I would imagine, and it might not be like 6. It might not be at year 6 or 7. Might be. I think he could win it in year 8. If he doesn't by that point, okay, or year 6 or 7. If I'm being honest, then I'm gonna be like, okay.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Luka got to lose some weight.
To be honest, how he hasn't had a team that's better than the Clippers because that's really all who he's faced, and I feel like that. It's kind of trash, in my opinion. Like
he's like when LeBron started on the Cavs and they kept playing the Wizards every year.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas was in hell, bro.
Yeah, that is pretty very odd, but I think Luka will eventually. He's gonna have to.
Better right now.
And I think we also have to have a discussion of like, does Luka make his teammates better?
No, he does not.
According to Kristaps Porzingis, no.
He does not make his teammates better.
High key, bro.
He actually hinders his teammates.
Luka high-key be ignoring his teammates, bro. Yo, I seen a game where Tim Hardaway Jr. was wide open, bro. Luka blind as a bat.
He has a
No,
lot.
he wasn't blind, bro. He peeped him, bro. He ain't see him. He peeped him, bro.
He has a lot
Because I feel like MVPs should make their teammates better, you know?
On paper, you would think.
Like
Outside of like outliers like Russ.
Like, come on. I don't think that always has to be the case.
When has it not been?
Now, why do you think Kobe hasn't won that many MVPs?
You said you don't think Russ made that?
Oh,
you don't think Russ made that OKC team better?
He elevated.
No, we're talking about his teammates.
You don't think he made his teammates better?
No.
Who was his teammates? It was Victor Oladipo.
Bro, Russ turned Steven Adams into a star. He got Steven Adams that contract single-handedly.
Really did, bro.
Who?
He got Steven Adams that big old contract single-handedly.
Russell Westbrook was trotting out a lineup of Andre Robertson, Steven Adams. Who else?
Sabonis the starter?
I think Jeremy Grant. These are all like young versions of them. I think Oladipo, Jeremy Grant, and Sabonis, who was coming off the bench. I think they were starting Mitch McGary at the time. That was that type of. That was.
I think that was bad.
Like I said, he elevates teams, but I don't think him or Harden has made anybody better.
I disagree. I feel like Harden made those bad rosters better.
He did.
He elevates teams, but like in terms of making players better,
I feel like James Harden has made Eric Gordon's career.
Hey, yo, and that's
definitely made Clint Capella.
That's not to be disrespectful because
he definitely made Clint Capella's, bro.
Eric Gordon was coming off seasons where he just like he was never.
Eric Gordon was about to be out of the league.
Yeah. We saw what happened to Gerald Green.
Tough. I don't know.
Gerald Green.
And like I hate y'all know I hate Harden.
Why do you hate Harden?
I agree.
So, I hate how he plays. I don't respect it at all.
You said
he getting exposed this season.
Foul merchant. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He getting exposed. No, I agree. I agree with that. It's just there's a few players in the league who actually make their players better. You know what I'm saying? Those usually ones who win MVP. But I think Russell Westbrook and Harden, I think they make players better around them. They just have to have the right team. Like not everybody gonna be LaMelo, just like making Miles Bridges a god, and like LeBron, who like.
I mean, Miles Bridges trying to get back this year. He trying to get that $100 million. So he probably came into the season with a mission, bro.
What about Dame then? If
Dame don't make nobody better, bro.
I mean, yeah, I don't think Dame has made his teammates better, and that's why he hasn't won MVP.
It's like,
yeah.
That man's never beat
Curry
Steph
makes
Curry.
his teammates better. You know what I'm saying? Dame don't.
Dame doesn't elevate anybody's play. He elevates himself. We saw what happened when we had like 62 playoffs last year.
27 threes and what was it, a half or a quarter makes the team better.
What'd you say?
I don't think
it's
27 threes and what was it, a half or a quarter?
Wait, say that again.
I don't like taking one game sample sizes versus a whole season sample size. You know?
Yeah. Because look, Warriors team was incredible. That anybody would have blown the lead to that team.
No, you talking about when the Rockets lost to Golden State?
No team should blow that lead, right?
No,
no
team should
Wait.
No, bro, this is what happened, bro. Clint Capella was eating, bro. Clint Capella was balling, and they took the ball out of his hand, bro. That's what happened, bro. And they just kept going to the paint because Golden State had nobody to defend the paint.
Like, I think that is a bad mark on Harden's legacy. Yes. Period. End of sentence. I also think Harden made those Houston teams better than what they were.
He definitely did. He definitely did.
I feel like both those things can be true at the same time.
Listen, man, all I'm saying, Rockets should have won, bro.
No, I don't know.
Rockets definitely should have won in 2019, bro. Like, bro, I still remember to this day.
Opinion, outside of winning MVP, what has Harden done that Dame hasn't?
What has Harden done that Dame hasn't?
They both have scored 60 points.
I can tell you they both been getting cooked by Golden State.
Yeah, along with the rest of the league.
But
along with the rest
I
of the
mean, bro,
league,
let's really talk about it, bro. James Harden folds the playoffs, man. Like, I will never forget that
Golden
Game
State in
5
this
series.
conversation because they was like the greatest team of the decade, bro. Everybody's gonna get cooked.
But bro, like, come on, bro. Let's really talk about it, bro. In 2019, in Game 5, the score was tied at 72 going to that fourth quarter. That's when KD just went out, and Golden State looked completely depleted going to that fourth quarter. And James Harden laid a goose egg. Like, let's really talk about it, bro. You can go back and watch that fourth quarter, bro. Watch that fourth quarter.
I mean,
Game
look,
5
we
in
all know
2019
Harden.
semi-final, bro. Just watch that.
I'm not
Just watch
gonna
that
be
fourth
on here
quarter.
defending James Harden. That's the fuck I'm not gonna
you want
do,
me to?
bro.
Like, I'm not.
I can't defend James Harden. I can't defend it.
I know you're not defending him. I know that.
Look, we all know what happened, bro. Harden's still chasing the ring. Giannis got one. Apparently, that fucking skill he was talking about.
With no bag.
I mean, also, RJ, you asked me what Harden has done that Dame hasn't. I mean, be a scoring champ. Also, like, average over 35 in a season, right? Like,
damn, he can do that shit.
Get average over like 8 assists, average over 5 rebounds. Like,
Harden was runner up for like 4 straight years. Like, if Steph wasn't there and then Westbrook didn't have that wild season, we might be talking about Harden as a 4-time MVP.
Yeah, like Harden in 2018 was averaging 36, 8, and 7, bro.
That's God.
And they won 60 games. They won 60 games. So
he's a godly individual player.
And I feel like he made his teammates better. I feel like he made, like, PJ Tucker was hitting shots when he played with James Harden. He went to the Bucks and he hasn't hit a shot since.
I just think, and unfortunately, I just have to bring up this Golden State example because I think this is a good summation. Like, remember in 2019 when the Warriors played the Blazers,
the conference final.
Yeah, in the conference finals, it was like Dame's first conference finals, and by this point, KD was already out. Like 3 out of them 4 games, the Warriors were down by like double-digit points in the second half. And I watched when Steph Curry would go out the game, like guys like Quinn Cook and Jordan Bell, along with Iggy, were like leading a huge comeback. To me, it's just like when you play with certain players, which is why like I had to stop saying that Bron doesn't make his teammates better because I think that's ridiculous. I think he did. He elevated a guy like Kyrie.
Bro, he elevated Timothy Mozgov into that $60 million deal, bro. Like, come on, let's really talk about
LeBron has gotten a lot of dudes paid.
I guess you get a lot of folks paid.
LeBron got UD paid, bro, again.
ESPN or whatever. But it's just when you watch certain players, like guys like Giannis, I think Ja will eventually, once he learns how to stop shooting threes with his feet close together. I think Jimmy Butler is like that. I just don't think guys like Harden and Westbrook do.
I think Harden really just missing them Houston strippers, bro. That's what it is, man.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I feel like Westbrook gets a bad rap.
I think he does. 100%.
He made that Wizards team like 5 times better. Like, you look at that Wizards roster, that's not a real.
They looking better without him right now.
Yeah, they look great without him.
So let's really
they look great with the pieces that they got for him.
Yes.
All right, that's true. That's fair. That's fair.
And the Lakers do not look better with Russ. That's all I'm saying. They do not look better without Kyle Kuzma either.
No, KCP the missing link, bro. KCP the missing link for them, bro.
That's for another day. Only thing I'm saying is this. I think this is Julius Randle's best time to cement and assert himself as an MVP candidate. If they keep up with this 5-1 or whatever record, if he finishes top 3, he's my MVP. The Knicks finish top 3, he's my MVP. I don't care what Steph does. I don't care what LeBron does.
That don't make no sense, RJ.
guys. If he's top,
that doesn't matter.
I have Julius Randle on my team. That don't make no damn sense, RJ.
I think he's
Julius Randle not gonna be an MVP conversation, bro. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen, bro.
Only reason why I say this because, in my opinion, number one, it's good. It's always good when it's good for basketball when New York is winning.
Are you sure?
No, that's not true.
Yes.
The way sideline New York been.
New York
I
has
don't think
never
it's
been
for
good in
New
our
York.
lifetime.
Which is
Knicks
why,
had-
like
So
we
has the NBA never been good then?
experienced it. Which
So
is
how
why
can you even say that?
I think
You have no experience. How can you even say that?
you hear all the laws and the
Oh
legends
my
and all
God.
that and whatever, and it's like, okay, we haven't experienced that, and I'm looking forward to that. I ain't no Knicks fan. I don't really care
The
about.
last time the Knicks were relevant was in the 70s, RJ.
It was relevant with Patrick
Yes.
Ewing.
No.
80s.
Bro, the last time they won.
Not that way, brother.
That iconic photo, which my father says Michael Jordan got dunked on.
They
What,
was
by
getting
John
ragged on
Starks?
by Jordan. They was getting ragged on by Reggie Miller, bro. What is we talking about?
Bro, they were in
You
them
don't think there
Orlando.
was nothing with Melo and what's his name?
Well, Amari and Tyson Chandler. I mean, listen, it was exciting watching them.
Knicks team had the chance to be great, but Amari punched a fire extinguisher and ruined it for him.
He did, man. Almost lost feeling his hand, bro.
I'm just saying that's Melo made New York exciting. I don't like very and then
you just really triggered me by saying that the whole the NBA is just better when New York's good.
yeah.
When has New York been good?
Well, if you're saying they haven't been good in our lifetime, then
Bro, there was a stretch where the Knicks haven't made playoffs, and like they made the playoffs now this would be twice in the last 20 seasons.
Twice in 20 seasons. So 2013 was their last time. Oh, 2012.
It was like 2014.
So they got something like that. It was like during Melo.
They only made the playoffs like 2 or 3 times. That was it. In the past 20 years. Really, we could say closer to 25 years at this point.
I'm just saying this. I do think it's good. I really do. I mean, they're the biggest media hub in the daggone.
Don't worry, bro. It's
That doesn't mean anything in the 21st century, RJ.
Bro,
John Morant, media
wait,
hub
let
it
me ask
isn't now,
The
RJ.
Knicks are the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
then
Let me ask
listen,
RJ
bro,
this.
the
Let me
Bulls
ask-
are
let
still
me
more
ask-
relevant than the Knicks have been.
In y'all's opinion, in y'all's opinion, who do y'all think is the most popular NBA player right now, social media wise?
Alex Caruso.
Right now,
Social media wise,
Alex Caruso.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
are we talking about like not including LeBron or
Like we talking about? Are we talking about guys?
Like
you mean in terms of stars or?
Who are people that put social media in rotation, bro? The people who put it, like, because RJ talking about biggest market, I'm like, the market doesn't really exist. Like, who is the top marketing NBA players right now? Let's be
it's
honest.
probably like not even being a homer. It's probably like Ja.
That's what I'm saying. It's LaMelo, it's Ja.
The LaMelo.
It's LaMelo, it's Ja, it's Lonzo and the Bulls. It's like who else is a player that people be like just like Trey Young, like Steph. These are the niggas who be. I don't look.
So
as much as you want to like the Knicks,
question then,
the Knicks don't be on House of Highlights ever. The Knicks
They definitely don't be on House of Highlights, bro.
The only time we've cared about the Knicks on social media is Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Look, bro, Alex Caruso, or even I hate mentioning this nigga's name, but Alex Caruso can have a one-handed tomahawk, and they be like, "The Caruso on
The Caruso is live in
like,
this
this
session.
is the day and age we're
bro.
in. John Morant can spin off a nigga and he gets posted, and Twitter go crazy. No one's peeping for RJ Barrett though, and
like
even
RJ
Zion.
RJ Barrett had a career high last night. Nobody talked about it.
He had a career high last night.
Yeah, he had 35, bro. He had 35, bro. He had like 6 threes, bro. He
I mean, like they don't really have they don't have a generational player or anything.
But they don't got a star. They don't have
The
like
person
one
who gets
star.
posted the most on the Knicks is Derrick Rose. Like, he come off the bench. That's the thing.
Man, Cody, bro.
NBA sweetheart, if there was any, Derrick Rose.
Yes, sir.
Derek. I mean, it's Derek Rose, so like
My guy forever.
Yeah. Derek. Okay, all right, Sterling.
But just to I guess to close that convo, I just want to say like just in terms of this season so far. But y'all talk about timid trades. Just give me like a quick 30-second synopsis of y'all thoughts, real quick, just so I know what happened.
My personal thoughts were the bottom half of the league has gotten smarter about drafting and trading players, so they're less likely to just give away players. So that makes everyone's more timid or like more cautious about just trading now, and it's just a little bit harder to trade because everybody's gotten a little bit better.
That pretty much sums up everybody's thoughts, I think. And do you have anything to add with that, Cesway?
I mean, yeah, I think people just like scared, like they see that they know that one bad move can get them up out of here.
Well, not necessarily. Well, I mean, listen, bro, what's it called? Cordell started like out the gutter last year, and he pushed Aaron to the brink. So it's like it doesn't matter how you start. If your team turns it on at the right time.
I honestly think more people have more homers this year. Like people got faith in their people. They're like, man, I don't want to trade him because what if he
I don't think people got faith in their people, bro. People are still hesitant compared to all the nonsense of last season.
Ooh, Keyshawn gonna manipulate Javon soon, but I just think it's gonna be
Keyshawn hasn't talked to Javon.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we know, right.
Man. That's your mentee.
I just think so far the league is just
that
like
is my mentee.
I guess Aaron has said it best. Like that's probably the only reason I can think of it because like last season there should have been a trade during this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like it has been a long time.
Hasn't happened. Sterling was talking earlier, like, oh, somebody might be on to something.
No, because Chris was sending me some stuff and it looked okay. It looked all right.
Nobody's been talking to me on the side either. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Nobody want to talk to you. That's why.
That's the clear assumption that's there.
Like, bro, that's not even assumption. That's just facts.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know where you didn't get the memo.
Bro, we don't want to go to the Valley, bro. We good, bro.
The Valley don't want to come to y'all too. That's why we are about to be 2-0 this year. I hope y'all talk about these high ass conferences.
Bro, the sun always sets in the Valley, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
this is why it's good for New York to win or be relevant.
So people can say "Bing Bong."
Yeah. Speaking of that. Oh wait, hold on.
Don't start from beginning, bro.
Oh, you know what? I did not have my audio up here. Hold on. Stand by. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, also we talked about the NBA 75 season. Here
we go. Yeah, we did talk about the NBA 75.
Oh, go ahead and play the video, RJ. I was just feeling.
Bro, I'm sorry. That video is hilarious, bro.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear the beat?
Yeah.
Double fucking overtime! What the fuck, baby? New York is fucking back!
Knicks are here, baby! The Knicks are fucking here, baby!
Fresh out the garden, baby! We're taking it all the way!
We had de Blasio, we had Cuomo, it was rough shit, but we have the Knicks! That's New York! Knicks run New York City! Bing bong!
Tell me a little something, KD. Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Don't you regret not coming to the Knicks? Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
Real talk, I'm from New York, and you know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch. Fuck Tom Brady, yo. Fuck Tom Brady.
Where the bread at, Tom Brady? I need some bread, nigga. He owe me.
Fuck Boston. Yo, you thought Trae Young was still good? He still ain't good at Dyke, man. You smoking on that Boston pack tonight, you heard?
Fuck Trae Young! Fuck Trae Young! Fuck Trae Young! Fuck Trae Young!
Whoa.
The stranglehold that Trae Young.
So this is what y'all putting y'all faith and holding up the league into? These are the people? These intellectual beings?
Yeah.
We're doomed.
Yay.
We're doomed.
Yeah, shout out.
This is who, hey Aaron, this is who RJ said. This is who hosts of basketball. This is what makes us a bunch of incels.
Now, Cesway, you know that's rude to disrespect New Yorkers like that.
You better hope they're not listening.
Hey, I welcome them. pull up the Raleigh.
Red pill, blue pill.
I love New Yorkers, bro.
No, New York sucks. It smells. It's dirty. It's got rats.
I said
Philly,
New
they were talking
Yorkers,
about how
not
he'll
New
be-
York.
Hey, listen, man, I love New
New
York, bro.
Yorkers
You feel
suck
me?
too.
Hey, yo, Aaron, ain't nothing like a chopped cheese out of the bodega, bro. Come on, bro.
Ain't nothing like a chopped cheese out of the bodega, bro. They do got that down. I gotta give them that.
You know what I'm saying? Jones be hitting, man. Don't forget the
They
Bev,
sure
man.
do.
Don't forget the Bev.
Like, look, if the Knicks come out of nowhere and be like number one,
Bro, Southbound New York gonna go up, bro.
I think if Julius Randle is responsible for that, I think he'll get more of a nod than Donovan Mitchell or Rudy Gobert. And
I mean, let's keep it
Bro,
straight.
this is
boring.
like last year when RJ tried to tell us that the Pacers were gonna go deep in the playoffs, bro.
I said they were my dark horse team. I said they were my dark horse team.
When did you talk about the Pacers and that? Bro, we all know
He did
the
say
Pacers
that, bro. He did say that.
Yeah, I definitely did. That was a
terrible take, bro.
Bro, Sabonis was hooping, bro. And anybody who had Sabonis knew.
See now, Sabonis can hoop, bro. Just because someone hoop don't mean the team gonna make it.
Karis LeVert was coming back, and I can't say I'm a huge fan of Karis LeVert, but I like Karis LeVert. You put him up there, let him do his thing.
Man, just get hurt too much.
Bro, me and RJ were having a furious, heated argument on the pod about that. I was upset.
Look, I got to keep the pod interesting. Even if I'm like Skip. Like Skip Bayless. I had to keep it interesting because the way y'all be talking, we be agreeing on everything. So I had to keep it interested.
Yeah, but to say a frivolous and foolish comment like that is blasphemous, brother.
Hey, Keyshawn, who that sound like, bro?
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, Sterling, shut up, bro. Hey, yo, this is not the place to be saying that, bro.
Who that sound like, bro?
No, sir. Look, you ain't gonna get me caught up on these airwaves.
Well, that was all I really had for today, guys. I really appreciate y'all joining me and hanging out for a little while, talking some NBA and NBA Flunkies chop. Thank you so much for watching. We had to get this definitely out here more in the airwaves. Like I told y'all, working on our 2K simulation. I might run through a 2K simulation, just completely run through it and see if we get a good prediction out of it. I have us playing like 34 games. I could have us play 17 games or 34 games. And based on that should give us a good predictor of what could happen this season. And also the playoff format is formatted how we have it this year, where everybody could play each other. So this should be it's not East and West. So this should be but with that being said, we got Keyshawn here of the Alpha Land Knicks. We got Sterling here of the She Fanatics, 2020 NBA Flunkies champion, Aaron Morris of the Big Bird Ballers, and we've got Seasway here of the Valley Boys. I am
the 2-0 Valley Boys.
The 2-0 Valley Boys for this season so far.
The Judas Boys.
This is your commissioner, RJ, and hope you guys have a great night. Have a safe Halloween, and we'll see you next week. Peace, guys.
Bye.